So something that people often say when they meet me is that they have done a lot of work on their psychology. They've understood a lot about the role of thoughts and thinking in their experience. They've inquired into their thinking. They've seen the untruth of the thoughts that are running through. They've seen they're not true. They've seen they're not a fact. They've seen that it's not really true that they're like that, or that I'm like this, or that I'm incapable, or that um, they're better than me, or they've seen that comparison is futile. They've seen that judgments are unnecessary. They've seen the role that thoughts and thinking play. But then they're like, but my body doesn't seem to have got the message. My emotions and my feelings don't seem to have got the message. My my system is still reacting as though those thoughts are true. My system is still reacting in the moment, and I'm getting lost and caught up in the moment. But I've seen the thoughts are untrue. I know the thoughts are untrue. I've seen them for real, for sure. Like I've had amazing insights. It's really landed. It's not just been an intellectual activity. Like I've really seen the thoughts are untrue. And still my system is reacting when I'm in certain circumstances. Still I feel triggered in certain circumstances or with certain people. What is going on with that? And for me, it's brilliant because it means that this person who's with me, who's talking to me, is getting to the next level of depth in their exploration. They're getting to the real driving force that was behind the fact they were doing all this thinking. The thoughts were simply a byproduct of avoidance of what's deeper. And so as we clear that surface level of thinking, busting through those myths to see, oh, not true, not true, not true, not true, perhaps ultimately seeing, oh my God, none of it is true. As we lighten that layer of our psychological experience, then we get access to the deeper levels of our emotions. We get access first to the more of the feeling that comes with that thinking, and then the dispersal of that gives us access to the emotions behind that and the much deeper beliefs, which often aren't something that we can get at by seeing it's untrue. It's those are the ones which at an intellectual level we could say, oh yes, I know I'm not wrong as a person, but there's something lurking much deeper than that that's going, mm, I think you are. I think I am wrong. I think I am fundamentally broken. I think I am fundamentally a problem. I think I am fundamentally unacceptable. So even if we feel we've seen through the thinking, there can still be this lurking splodge at the bottom. For me, it was in my belly and it was dark. Oh my goodness, it was dark. This blackness in my belly that was this lurking fear of believing I was wrong. But it wasn't something I could get at through any psychological exploration. And that's what I see for my clients too. This isn't stuff we can get at through psychological exploration. This is great. Psychological exploration is brilliant, amazing, because we lighten that, it gives us access to this deeper stuff. But there is no avoiding this deeper stuff apart from meeting it, apart from seeing it, apart from getting close to it and becoming unafraid of it, as we have already done at that psychological level. And so this is why when people come to me, they say, I've seen through the thinking, but why is my system still reacting? And it's because it's still being driven by some of these deeper, what do you feel like lurking, something in our system that's going, oh, something is wrong. And we take it to be something is wrong with me. And it's only through the resolution of those deeper lurking experiences that then we can start to experience more of our aligned, authentic self. Because now we're no longer running away or implementing strategies and ways of being to avoid this lurking fear. When we see it and we understand it and we bring love to it and we see that it's not who we are, then We stop running from it, and then that means we can just keep being in the flow of life rather than getting distracted into side alleys of what's this deeper fear that's in my system. Instead, we bring them into inclusion. We stop resisting, we stop pushing away, we stop avoiding, and we bring them in. We include them. We let them have their place, which they already have. You know, it's already there. It's completely futile to try and resist and push it away. You'll know that. If you're still here, you've been doing the psychological work and your system is still reacting. You know that resisting it hasn't worked. So it is time to turn around. It is time to include. It is time to face all these experiences, these deep fears, these emotional reactions. It's time to turn and face them so that we're with them instead of running away. So we can be all of ourselves instead of escaping half of ourselves. It's honestly such wholesome work because it returns to your feeling of wholeness. And that's who you naturally are. So if you want some of this, if you want to be doing this work, one of the ways available, and there are others, so get in touch if you're interested in the others, but one of the ways available is that in April, we're moving into Emotional Enlightenment at the Enlightenment event, all about including emotions and supporting them to start moving in our systems again. Instead of being like the black lump that I discovered in my belly, by being with it, by being present with it, by bringing it back into inclusion, it was then able to start moving in the system again and start being its free energy in motion that it is already. So in April, that's what we're doing. We're supporting these emotional energies to move again, and through inclusion. Let them see they're allowed here. They don't have to be pushed away. They don't have to be rejected. They don't have to be denied. We include them and we support them to move. And then you feel so much better. So if you're interested, I'd love to see you there. We've got 3 payment levels, so you can choose which payment level feels right for you. All the payment levels get access to the same content, the same calls, the same opportunities, the same modalities and tools and techniques, and the same archives from everything that we've explored in February and March already. So pick your level, pick what feels good for you, pick what feels aligned for you, given that we're talking about revealing your aligned expression. Let's start with what's aligned for you. Go with that. I'd love to see you there. Lots of love.